Well, good afternoon. Today we're going to go over our weekly, which is about how to make the most of 0-point foods. I need to be doing this. I need to be making the most of my 0-point foods. I am not making good choices. I'm trying my best, but somehow I'm just not doing as well as I could be doing. Because with that being said, look at this month is 3 weeks in and I've only got 1 star. And my quote is, you've got this, but I really don't. I really don't. I mean, I do, but I don't, because it's not showing that I do. I need to go back to my previous 4 weeks when I said, let's get fit, and I had 3 stars. This has not been a successful. June was supposed to be my month. It really was, and it's just not starting off that way. I know I'm delaying it, but I did have a 1.7 gain, so now I have a loss of 66.8, and I'm back up to 237.4. No, it's not acceptable. I have to get back on track. I have to get back using my 0-point foods, and I have every intention of doing that. I really do, because it's easy to stay on this plan. It's just very easy. It's just as easy to go off of it too. We get a little too confident in 0 points. We hear 0 points and we think it means free. 0 points does not mean free. It just means 0 points. She used it as an example. If someone was to come up to you and say, this package of cookies is 0 points. No, this package of cookies is free. How many would you eat? Well, we'd eat a lot. But if that same person came up to you and gave you 6 chicken breasts and said, these are all free, would you really eat all 6 of them? No, you wouldn't, because you're just not. Cookies are a whole nother subject. But what she did tell us to do was stop eating crap. C-R-A-P, crap. The C stands for carbonated drinks. The R is refined sugar. The A is artificial foods, and P is processed foods. And you know, that makes sense, because if you think about it, all of those foods I just mentioned are high in calories, let alone high in points, but they're just high in calories. Because even though something is free, doesn't mean that there's no calories in it. There are definitely calories in everything that you eat. And you have to take that into account when you're choosing your 0-point foods. Your 0-point foods are supposed to be based on just starting your meal off, and then you build around it. You still have to have in your diet, you definitely have to have fats. Nobody likes to even hear the word fats, but your body needs fats. It needs protein, which most of the 0 points, I think almost all of the 0 points are protein based. You need carbohydrates. I'm not a really big fan of carbohydrates. I do find if I eat a lot of carbs, even if I program them into my points, that it just sends me in a tailspin. It really does. But you need fiber, and you just need to do all of that stuff. And we have to remember that. And if you limit to just 0-point foods, it's going to feel like a diet. It really is. And I think the difference between Weight Watchers in the past and the Weight Watchers now is the Weight Watchers in the past was always a diet. But now Weight Watchers Freestyle, it's a lifestyle. And you just have to remember that just because it says free, I said this more than once, but just because it says free doesn't mean, no, just because it says 0. See, I'm even confused, because even I think it means free, and it doesn't mean free. It still means 0. And you just have to remember that. You just have to know that you're always going to have to watch what you eat. I know that that's not what Weight Watchers is telling you. It's saying, oh, it's a healthy lifestyle. You can eat what you want to eat. You can, to a point, eat what you want to eat, but you have to make smart choices, and that's all I can say. Well, I can say a lot more. Who am I kidding? I can talk a lot. But they tell you 0 point. Oh, let's go for the book. We're going to go over the book now. 0-point foods and tips and tricks. There's a reason our program is called Weight Watchers Freestyle. With more than 200 0-point foods, you have freedom of choice and the assurance that no matter how you go and how much your day has gone bad, there's always something that you can get room for, something tasty. And And they have many options that you don't even have to measure. I know that with the Smart Points, you had to measure everything and you had to weigh everything. And with the Freestyle, you really don't have to measure and weigh. Common sense plays into it. Common sense tells me I eat too much fruit. Common sense. I look at my plate, too much fruit. But I don't know. I'm really working on that. In the past, I have the type of personality that I overindulge. When I was like into pizza, I went crazy eating pizza. When I was into eating cookies and stuff like that, I just ate cookies and that. I had set meals, like if I went to Burger King, I always got the cheese Whopper with extra mayo, extra pickles, and then I get the French fries, and I'd get a side order of onion rings, I'd get the large Coke, and I'd get the Hershey pie for dessert, and that was just like loaded, loaded, loaded. But now I go crazy with the fruit. Now granted, the fruit is a better choice, but it's still too much fruit. And I do think that, and she had brought up, and I think too, and everybody's told me, and I've heard you, and I've ignored you. I'll be honest, I've really ignored you, and I really shouldn't have. But bananas are very high in calories. I take them because of the potassium, because I think it helps me with the my leg cramps. But who am I kidding? There's potassium in a lot of other fruits, and I could probably find something else. And I just need to, I am kind of stepping away from having fruit every single day. Not to say that I'm completely eliminating fruit from my diet, because that's not my intention. I have every intention of keeping fruit in my diet. I just need to not eat as much at one time. I could eat just as much fruit as I'm eating, but not all at one setting, because it's sugar, but it's natural sugar, I know, but it's too much sugar at one meal, and your body still has to process it. I don't know that your body really distinguishes too much between, well, I'm sure it does, but between refined sugar and natural sugar. Sugar is sugar, but obviously you get more sugar from like a candy bar than you would from a big bowl of fruit. But sugar's sugar. I just gotta, and you know, my family has a history of diabetes in it, and I've been very fortunate that I don't have any signs of it, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't come, you know, might show up sometime in my future, and I don't want that to happen. And what else did they say? You need to avoid extremes. 0-point foods are less likely to be overeaten than other foods, so they don't need to be measured or tracked. That's why Weight Watchers pick them. But that doesn't mean that you can have all you can eat. It's not an all-you-can-eat buffet bar. You have to be within limits. You have to start a healthy eating pattern and try to eat something that's going to help you get back to eating the right healthy way. And you need to look to fruits and veggies for your guide. I did try to eat more vegetables this week, if you've noted, if you watch my daily vlog. I did eat more vegetables, and I did feel a lot better. I don't feel as hungry with the vegetables as I do with the fruit. The vegetables seem to fill me up a lot more than the fruit does. And you don't have to weigh and measure everything in the 0-point foods. Our research indicates that members were able to eat 0-point foods without tracking or measuring and still lose weight successfully. And they said they used the scale for feedback. I'm now into the process of thinking that I'm not going to worry so much about the scale. I was talking about it on my video yesterday, that I'm so obsessed with losing like 32 pounds to get to my 100-pound goal that I've completely lost sight of the fact that I've lost 68 pounds. I did that by eating healthy, and I feel so much better, and I notice heavier people around me now. I really didn't notice heavy people before. But now that I'm getting, and I'm not one to preach to people. I don't say, oh, do you really need that or whatever. You know, like I'm on a diet, or I'm on a new lifestyle, or I'm on this, or I'm on that. I don't do that to people, because you have to want to do it for yourself. It's taken me a long time to know that I want to do this for myself. And I just need a good swift kick in the butt. And I'm getting pretty limber, so maybe I can figure out a way to do that and kick myself in the butt and get myself going, because I can see it. I can really see my weight loss. And I can feel my weight loss. I can see my weight loss. I sleep so much better. I can do so much more. And at this point in my life, to be honest with you, if I really didn't ever lose another pound, I still would be very content, because I feel so much better. I do know that according to the scale, I need to lose a lot more. but I'm not going to stress as much as I have been in the past because I really, really have been stressing about it too much. And I just need to step back and take a look at myself and appreciate where I am. I'm going to still continue to go to my meetings for support, and one day it'll click back in. I had to have that one, like Oprah says, that aha moment. That aha moment came for me on December 31st, 2016 when I went into the meeting. And I decided at that point I needed to lose weight. And I lost 68 pounds. And I was doing really well. Somewhere along the line, I've lost that aha moment. I don't know where it went. I don't know if I just got overconfident. I don't know what the deal is. But I do know that I'm going to get back at it. And when my time comes, I'll know it. And I'll know when it is, and I'll jump right on that bandwagon, and I'll get right on board with it. Until then, I'm going to at least stay within my 5-pound range. I'm not going to gain any more weight, and I'm not going to let myself get over my 5-pound. I used to before just set it as a 10-pound range, but now I've limited it to well, that was rude. I had a phone call. I had to answer my phone call. But anyway, we're on the Think Again page. Oh, this is another thing you could do to make zero the hero. It tells you how to start your like a zero-based lunch or meal, a 0-point meal, and then build around it. So you can screenshot that. But the Think Again page is, the unhelpful thought is, with all these 0-point foods, I can eat as much of them as I want. But the helpful thought is, just because these foods are 0 points, that doesn't mean that you can have all you want. That's not what you've learned about eating in a healthy way. And the unhelpful thought is, I should only be eating 0-point foods, since they're the only cornerstone of my healthy way of eating. But the helpful thought is, if I only ate 0-point foods, then it would feel like a diet. And Weight Watchers isn't a diet, it's a lifestyle. A healthy way of eating includes 0-point foods and foods with smart points values that I enjoy. Just whatever you want, you can have. It really can. It just, with the 0 points, it just makes it a lot easier to base a meal on it and go around it. And you think I would like this? It's a grilled fruit. I don't know. I might try it. You know, I always say I might try them, and I very, very rarely try any of the recipes. I like honeydew, but I don't like mango. And I do like cantaloupe, but I'm always afraid to buy it because it seems like there's always a recall on them for the salmonella. And I really scrub them. I really scrub the outside in that. But even the whole time I'm eating it, I'm thinking, you know. And I do think I got some of the salmonella-based watermelon because they did sell them at our Kroger's. They did pull them, but I did have a few issues. So I do think I had that. But anyway, we're going to try to have a better week this week. I know I am. I'm definitely going to try to eat more 0-point foods, but I'm going to base it around other foods, and I'm going to incorporate other things into my food plan so that I can have better choices this week, because I'm going to stop eating crap. I really am. I do have plans to go out to eat on Monday. We're going to Frankenmuth, Michigan. They're known for their chicken dinners for Sophia's birthday dinner. And just for the rest of the week, they'll stay on track. I really do have every intention of staying on track. And if you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments below. Always leave a comment. I love comments. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button. And if you think this video will help somebody, please share it with someone. And I will see you back next Saturday. And I will have a loss next week. I know I said that last week, but I really mean it this week. I'm going to have a loss next week. While we're talking about the 0-point foods, like I was telling you before, just because fruit is 0 points, if you put it into a smoothie or you put it into the blender, it does change the point value. And so I'm going to insert a clip right after this to show you the difference in the point values. It's going to be shocking. So keep that in mind when you're making your smoothies.